you know, he has what you call negative emotions and positive emotions. But he had to hold himself so that he could fulfill all that is written therein to magnify his name at the end of it all. That's what this whole thing is about. That's why the Lord, what he did was he put us to a curse, but he made us small so that at the end of it all, he can magnify his name again, raising up the tender plant and bringing it above, the tree that was exalted. So everything is all going to revolt back to the magnification of his name, Yahweh. Go on, bro. But it's all going to be done through his son Yahweh Shah. And even he's going to get his glory as well.
Behold, I have received commandments of... No, that's something else. Let me do that again.
Psalms 37.
23 and 19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent.
Yeah.
If he said, and shall he not do it? Or if he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
Okay, give me one more precept, and I'm going to let him read the one I quoted. Beyond 5 verse 11. Start with verse 9, though.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 9. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts.
Right.
For as the iron cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater.
Right.
So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
It shall not return unto me void. So the Lord is not going to return his word backwards. What's said here is going to be forward. Go on.
But it shall accomplish that which I please.
So the prophecies are going to be in full effect. Hold what you got, brother Salaki, man. Give me Romans 3 and 3. Because what does it also say in Romans 3 and 3? For what if some did not believe? Should their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid. Let the Most High be true and let a man be a liar. Because what makes a man a liar is when he does say that, oh, what you guys are reading ain't going to happen. That's a lie. That's a statement that is pretty much based on a lie. The truth of the matter, all that is written is going to come into a full fruition. We use that. Or
Romans chapter 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe? So their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Right.
Most High forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
Alright, so you know what's happening? We're moving on to a different topic now. I can see this happening already. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down, and now we can get Psalms 37, because I want to make a point that you made, brother. Because you said you made reference of some guy said that the Lord is narcissistic.
No, Apostle Tahar said that on the right hand side, Yahweh is narcissistic, but on the right hand side, because narcissistic people on the left hand side is all about themselves, but Yahweh, the Most High, is all about himself on the right hand side in the righteous way.
Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with that because we're going to benefit of his righteousness. So let's get this, and this is why we're going to read this.
Just to say, because he's the Most High, man. So
yeah, he can be. There's no one better than him.
He's the Most High.
37. 37. And by his knowledge, we were created by his knowledge. So we have to follow him automatically anyway. Ultimately, go on.
Psalms 37 and 37. It says, mark the perfect man and behold the upright.
Right, it says, mark the perfect man and behold the upright. Go on.
For the end of that man is peace.
Right, and the end of that man is peace. So we follow Yahweh Shai, okay, through Yahweh, then the end of that is going to be, that's the end result of following his way, is going to result to us bringing ourselves into peace, okay? That's why we're going to get the rewards. We're going to get into the kingdom of heaven. We're going to have what you call the everlasting rest. So in order for you to rest, you have to have peace, right? That's what it is. So we have to follow him. It's all about him. Anyway, so, man. All right, yeah, read that.
The song of the three holy children, from verse 28. Then the three, as out of one mouth, praised, glorified, and blessed the Most High in the furnace, saying, Blessed art thou, O Lord, power of our fathers, and to be praised and exalted for all forever.
Right, and all forever. Go on.
And blessed is thy glorious and holy name.
Right, and blessed is that and thy glory. And read that again. I'm going to
blessed is thy glorious and holy name,
right, and blessed is thy glorious name, go on,
and to be praised and exalted all forever.
right, and to be praised and exalted all forever. And that's also a part, that's also going to be in the kingdom, is that the Yahweh is going to be glorified. His name is going to be glorified. Now, when you look at these people out here, a lot of these people think we're talking nonsense, we're talking bollocks, according to them, but we're just dealing with the real world. They're in their little trapped state.
Yeah.
This is why they can't see what we're talking about. It's a whole different language altogether, because we're dealing with the oracles of the Most High. They're not dealing with the oracles, they're dealing with the oracles of man, which is going to lead them to damnation. It says in the book of Jeremiah 17, it says, woe unto man that put his trust in man, that maketh arm his flesh. Go on, bro. See, we put our trust in Yahweh Shah, man, and we don't give a damn what people think about us, or what people say about us. All right, we're gonna come out here and we're gonna do this work, man. The Spirit is on us to come out here and do this work. That way we're gonna do this certain work, man.
Yep.
Go on, bro.
Verse 31, blessed art thou in the temple of thy holy glory, and to be praised and glorified above all forever.
Yep.
Blessed art thou that beholdest the depth, and sittest upon the cherubims,
Right.
and to be praised and exalted above all forever.
Above all forever. And Yahweh Shai, that's why he died on that cross. He didn't die on the cross to save Israel. Not only just that, but so he can receive his glory, so that he can be exalted and receive his position in heaven. Okay? And I'm not talking about heaven someplace in the sky somewhere. I'm talking about on earth, man. That's why it tells you, and also in the book of Amos, it says that we should get access to milk and honey. There's milk and honey. Is milk and honey in the sky? No, it's on here on earth. Where you get milk from? You get milk from cattle, don't you? Ain't no cattle floating in the air. Ain't no damn honeybees floating in the air. It's talking about the earth, man. It's common sense going, bro. You gotta read between the lines.
Blessed art thou on the glorious throne of thy kingdom, and to be praised and glorified above all forever.
Right.
Blessed art thou in the firmament of the heaven,
Right. Blessed is thou in the firmament of the heaven, go on.
and above all to be praised and glorified forever.
And that's what this existence is supposed to do. Everything that's in this existence is supposed to praise the Lord. Even the trees, when you see the trees, right? How come the trees bow? They don't. You got certain trees that bow, because that's the gift of reverence of the Lord. You see that? Everything that, like you just read, everything that has breath shall praise the Lord. Go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay, all right, good.
Oh, all ye works of the Lord, bless ye the Lord, praise and exalt him above all forever.
Right.
O ye heavens, bless ye the Lord, praise and exalt him above all forever.
Exactly.
O ye angels of the Lord, bless ye the Lord, praise and exalt him above all forever.
Even Satan himself is a believer. It tells you that in the scriptures. Even Satan himself. So you got this nonsense talk. You got this nonsense out there. How Satan and the Most High, they fighting each other. They throwing blows and they jabbing and whatever, right? That ain't happening, man. Satan is actually doing the will of the Heavenly Father. We can even read that in the book of Job. So there's so many verses that can solidify what we're bringing out. And this is why vocab alone, which he's alone in this little darkness in there, right? He can't come up against us, because every scripture got our back.
Right.
All right? Go on, bro.
Oh, all ye waters that are above the heaven, bless and praise ye the Lord, praise and exalt him above all forever.
Yep.
O all ye powers of the Lord, bless ye the Lord, praise and exalt him above all forever.
Yep.
O ye sun and moon, bless ye the Lord, and praise and exalt him above all forever.
Even the sun and the moon bow before the Lord, man. Check that out. Go on, bro.
O ye stars of heaven, bless ye the Lord, and praise and exalt him above all forever. O every shower and dew, bless ye the Lord. O all ye winds, bless ye the Lord. Goes on and on.
Yeah. But we get the point. Now, what I want you to do is give me Romans 3 and 3 again, because I want to jump to another point.
Romans chapter 3 verse 3. What if some did not believe?
Man. People got some level of pride on them, though.
What if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Right.
Most High forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings,
Right.
and thou mightest overcome when thou art judged.
So why would the Lord then disannualize the prophecy, that which is written? because of some unbeliever that he created himself. That's total disrespect right there. Okay? Now, the Most High can do whatever the hell he wants. The Most High can like I said, going back to the point, the Most High is going to fulfill his word, man. Okay, and if people don't believe what we're saying, that's on you. Right? You can send all your agents out there, all your little Christians that went inside these theologian schools and try to rise up against us on YouTube. It ain't gonna work, man. Because we still gonna come out here to do this work. And we still gonna come out here to teach this truth, which you can't come up against. They've tried, they've tried to use these black consciousness guys, which they are black conscious because they don't know anything. So they're conscious on that level. They're conscious of knowing nothing. Okay, so yeah, that's a good thing for them, right? So they've tried using them guys to try to stop what we're doing. That didn't work. Now they're trying these Christian vocab Malone or certain Hebrew Israelite groups to come against what we're saying. It ain't working. Okay, go on, bro.
Isaiah 55:11 it says, "So
yeah,
shall
we've
my
already read that already.
Read that?
Yeah, we read it already, but we can read it again.
So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Yeah.
It shall not return unto me void,
Right.
but it shall accomplish that which I please,
Yeah.
and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it."
Yeah, so the Lord, there's no scripture saying that if a man doesn't believe in my words, I'm going to stop my word. There's no scripture on that. The Lord said he's going to do that. He's going to fulfill that, which is what it said, roughly paraphrasing it. Okay, he's going to do exactly, he's going to make alive his words and bring that into the forefront. Okay, so all we're saying is this is what the Lord is going to do. We're doing actually the right thing by corresponding with his will.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that's working out large.
Yep.
Ain't nothing else working out large.
Yep.
Now, it looks like it, but in all reality, is it really? No. Matter of fact, give me my favorite scripture, brother, Proverbs 19:21. You got some more on that?
That's all now.
Yeah, that's it on that. You made the point on that. Yeah, give me a scripture, everything alluding to prophecy.
It's the book of Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21.
Yeah.
There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand.
Right. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. So everything is involved in his counsel. I don't care if you got atheists or you got Muslims or you got many different belief systems out there. I don't give a damn, and the most I certainly don't give a damn.
Yeah.
The counsel is what counts. Everything that's happening on this earth, I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep on saying it until we get the hell out of here. Everything that's happening on this earth, whether it be good or bad, is under the will of the Heavenly Father.
That's right.
All right? To a major thing, to a micro thing
That's
that you
heavy.
can't even see happen.
It's heavy.
Go on, bro. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what, read that verse again, but read to verse 9. Start from verse 9, but let it really just don't go.
Proverbs 19 and 21. There are many devices in a man's heart.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord
That shall stand. That's it. So there's many devices or thoughts or plans or agendas that man wants to fulfill. But if it ain't within the will of the Heavenly Father, it won't be fulfilled.
Yeah.
It's not going to be fulfilled. It's not going to happen. The whole idea of creating, okay, or fulfilling the one world system or a new world order, that's not going to happen. It didn't happen almost 5,000 years ago. So if it didn't happen back then, it's not going to happen at the end. If something was to happen in the beginning, then it's going to happen in the future.
Right.
Let's prove that. Matter of fact, let's prove that right now. Give me Ecclesiastes 1, brother. See, this truth goes on a whole different level, man.
Yeah.
See, that's why when you stay in the scriptures, man, the Most High, He will elevate you. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes, man, brother, sometimes you lose your mind because you on a whole different plateau sometimes, man. You know? Yeah, get Ecclesiastes 1. You know the one where it says, there's no new thing under the sun saying that it is new.
Ecclesiastes 1:9 it says, "The thing that hath been is that which shall be,
Right.
and that which is done is that which shall be done.
That's it.
And there is no new thing under the sun."
Under the sun. So if something happened in the past, it's going to happen again. That's how it goes. That's reality. There's no new thing. Oh, we got there's a new, there's a new technology we got. No, this technology has already been of old time. Okay, that's just the whole thing. Now, like for example, if you look at this, if you look at the society that we're under right now, we're under what you call the revival of ancient Rome, right? Now you had ancient Rome, and Rome came back all over again. So, as we all realize, when we think about the ancient Roman Empire, who was in the ancient Roman Empire? Healing the people. Yahweh Shah was in that Roman Empire. So if we're in the last leg of the Roman Empire, then it would have to make sense that he would come back.
Yeah.
That's why people will always talk about the second coming of Christ,
Which is the end.
which is representing the end. So this is the last part of the Roman Empire we're under right now. Okay, the end of Esau, as you said, the end. Go on, brother. I think you was reading, you was finishing
This
something,
you
right?
wanted Isaiah 55 again.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, give me that, yeah. So the point of the matter right now is we're dealing with this prophecy. So people can choose to not believe us. People can put middle fingers up against us. People can say, you guys are talking bollocks, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, you're just a bunch of uneducated blacks standing out on the street, whatever. And that's all fine. And it's also all fine and dandy because that was already set up to be fulfilled, that the prophets would be looked down upon. That's already being fulfilled right now. That's prophecy in itself. So we want that to go down. Go on, bro. We don't mind that to go down. Go on.
What happens to me then?
What's that? Well, it depends what nationality you are. I'll get to that later on. Let me finish this. Go on.
Matthew 24, start at 27, it says,
Yeah.
For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so
Yeah.
shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Also, the coming of the Son of Man shall be. So the Lord is going to make a second coming. Now, what's going to happen to you? Matter of fact, before I ask you a question, what's your nationality?
I'm mixed race.
But what's your father?
My father's from India.
Well, your father's from India. Now, all I can say to you is that because you have people in India that are Israelites, okay? But I'm going to just pretty much, because I can't really tell right now. Sometimes I can tell, sometimes I can't tell, right? But I'm going to tell you this, right? If you come out of the people of Elam, which are the Indian people today, are you familiar with the Persian Empire?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Not really that good at history.
That's all right, but all you gotta do is do little research about the Persian Empire. Now, the Persian Empire, those are the people of what they call today India. They ruled at one time. They were the ones that kicked out the Babylonians, the Assyrian Empire. All right, and the Persians and the Medes, they afflicted the children of Israel. So in other words, we're gonna get the prophecy, and pretty much the prophecy states that if you put another nation into captivity, you're gonna go into slavery, mainly dealing with the Israelites. Okay. Yeah, get me that. But let's say that your people didn't do that. You're going to be put under us anyway because the Lord already set up a covenant to Jacob that Jacob would rule over all of his brethren. In other words, all of the different families of the earth. All right, that's what's going to happen to you. But if you're an Israelite, you ain't got to worry about that. But the Lord will find it out. Go on.
Revelation 13:9, it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear.
Yeah.
It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Right, so that's what's going to happen. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You know, he heard enough, he had to get the walking. That's all right.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
That's it.
There is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So this is something that we're patiently waiting for. We're waiting for to take down these other nations. Okay, but like I told the man, let's just say if that wasn't even written. They're going to be our slaves anyway. Going back to the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning. Genesis chapter 26. Because the Lord has to fulfill the covenant. All right? There's a covenant that has to be fulfilled. There's a blessing that Jacob got, and that has to be fulfilled. So let's just say all these nations, including the so-called white man, they didn't put us into captivity. They were still going to go into slavery. All right? It's equivalent to the film called what is it? The Game of Thrones? That's what it's all about. One comes up, one comes down, and the other one comes up.
Yeah.
And it's all under the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. It's all under his will.
Yeah.
So what happened to us in slavery in the 17th century? That was his will.
Yeah.
That didn't happen because Esau just decided to come out of where he came out of in Europe and decided to take Jacob into slavery. No, the Most High put the spirit on them to do that. Right? Go on.
Matthew 24 and 28 it says, "For wheresoever the carcass
Is
is,
that your drink?
there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven,
Yeah.
and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken."
Right, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Why is the powers of heaven going to be shaken? Because they're going to see the real power coming out of that chariot in the sky. Like the chemical guys, they like to talk about, so you Negroes believe a black man is going to crack the skies? Yeah, we do believe that. But we want to call them black because ain't nobody black. And I don't like the term black anyway. So we're going to call them an Israelite. That's the new thing we're going to call them, all right? So yeah, we believe an Israelite man is going to crack the skies. Go on, brother.
It says, then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Great glory. You're going to see the Son of Man come with power and great glory. And all of the tribes are going to mourn because they're going to realize who's really running things. And then also what's going to happen next to them after Yahweh Shah comes down. Raises us up into the chariots and then brings us back down again. What's going to be the next move? We're going to get that next. Matter of fact, brother, you know what, man? I tell you what, just read what you got, man. Just read what you got. It's all right. Go ahead.
It says, "And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other."
Right, so that's already written to come. So I just want to stay on topic. The topic is prophecy. Yeah? So whatever's written, like I said, if that's written, then that's going to happen. Okay? Now, you may have people, they may be like, well, that's your entitled, again, you're entitled to your opinion. You may walk up and say, oh, that ain't going to happen, mate. That's all bollocks, mate. So that means I'm supposed to just close the book because you say so? Nah, man, we're not going to close the book because we're going according to the will of the Father. We're not going by what some old low-life got to say. We're not dealing with that. We over these people, too. The Most High is over us and we over these people. So if they can't get down what they get down, then they can just move on up. All right? Go on, brother.
It says, "Now learn the parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh."
Right, like we're in right now. We're in the beginning of summer. We was in spring before, now we're in the beginning of summer. And now we're going to start to see those trees growing. So when we see certain things growing, know that summer is now. In other words, if you see the signs of heaven, okay, indicating the end time, be prepared. Because the end is about to come. And we've seen the signs. Go on.
It says, "So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors."
Even at the door.
Yeah.
So we see the commotions. We see what's going on in France.
Yeah.
We see what's going on with this Brexit situation, which is alluding back to prophecy, Daniel chapter 2. Because see, the thing with people, the bar was even going into it. You know, the young line over there, he was going into it, how you got people, they want out, but what it is that also the people, they don't want to come out of the EU with a no-deal Brexit. Because when you have a no-deal Brexit, what are you really doing? What are they going to do? They're going to disassociate themselves from the EU entirely. All right? And what that's going to do, that's going to bring the economy real low. That's going to destroy the economy. So either and or, people are still going to lose their mind because of what's going to happen after whether it's a no-deal Brexit or they don't get what they want. They don't get a Brexit. All right? Because people, like I said, people want to be out of the EU. But if they do come out of the EU, because you have many deals, you have a no Brexit deal and you have another one, I forgot the other one. Right? But the Brexit no deal is the worst deal they can come with. So if they go for the no deal Brexit, all hell's going to break loose, man. That means all of the tides are pretty much going to be cut, so to speak. You're going.
It says, "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away.
Right.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man."
Okay, brother, since we're on the topic of prophecy, I want you to read that again.
"Verily I say unto you, This generation shall not pass till all these things be
So
fulfilled.
this world or this eon is not going to pass until all of these words are fulfilled. One, the RFID chip, promotions, and all of the things building up to the end. All of these things are mentioned in the scriptures, and they're going to come to pass. And that's when the generation is going to end. Go on.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
Now go back to the one. Go back to the first one. Our word shall not pass away.
Heaven and earth shall pass away. I called it. Matthew 24 and 35. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away.
Right, but my word shall not pass away. So going back to what we was reading in Isaiah 55 verse 11 and Numbers 23 verse 19. Okay, dealing with the word of the Lord, it's not going to pass away. Okay, the word of the Lord is going to continue on and it's going to be made manifest. So like I say, we don't care about what people say about us, about oh, the Bible is rubbish. No, you're rubbish. How about that? And you're going to be burnt to rubbish. Okay?
Yeah, what, make the Lord be true and every man a liar.
Well, we just read that.
Oh, you just read it, sorry.
Yeah? No, that's all right, brother. That's a spirit.
Revelation chapter 22 and 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end.
Right, which is Greek. Alpha is the first, and what is it? Omega is the last.
The first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life.
That they may have right to the tree of life, which is the word. Go on.
And enter in through the gate into the city.
And enter through into the kingdom of heaven. So the kingdom of heaven is going to be a city. So is a city going to be established in the sky? Oh, there's a holy city in the sky? No. You build cities here on earth. The building happens on earth. Okay? So we have to read between the lines when we're dealing with these precepts and at the same time use common sense. Go on, bro. But I can understand because if you're a regular individual, you can't get bugged out by yourself. You can't get bugged out, man. You know? Anyway. All right, let's sit on that. So, what else can you get me? Man, okay.
Yeah, but on a serious note, before I came into the truth, I thought there was actual hell.
Me
You know
too,
what I mean?
brother.
Serious,
I thought the
brother.
same thing, yeah.
Right?
I thought there was an actual hell myself.
Actual hell. You go down and, you know,
Yeah. There's my,
hearing screaming and, you know.
and there's a man with a pitchfork waiting for
I'm
you.
serious.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Yeah. Because even my friends, like, you know, when I was in the States, when I was a teen, I actually believed in that shit.
Yeah.
Like this brother did. You know, we all did. We all believed that there was a place where people, you know, people are in blackness and you're shouting and screaming on the ground and all of that nonsense. But when you come into the truth and you find out what's really really good, you find out that that's nothing but Greek philosophy, man.
Right.
That's what that is. Ain't nothing but Greek philosophy. And they use that to keep the people fed so that they don't go outside of that religion. That's what that was, man. That's what that was. All right. But the hell that the Bible is talking about is the underneath the earth, the grave. From the Hebrew Sheol, which means the grave. So if a person dies, you toss him into hell. In other words, you put him into the grave. You know, that's what happens. So yeah, okay, read what you got. I'm looking for something. You got something, right?
I was still in there's still more in that Matthew.
Yeah, I forgot the precept that I had in my head, man. That's why you gotta slow down and you can't be thinking too fast, man. You gotta be just. Go on, bro.
Matthew 24 and 37 it says, but as in the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right.
Whereas in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking,
Right.
marrying and giving in marriage,
Right. Marrying and giving
until
to
the
marriage.
day that Noah entered into the ark.
Yep.